Voila, here I am. Hey, everybody. Hey, Mr. Keaton, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Sorry I'm late. Lord, if y'all only knew what was going on in the background. If you only knew what was going on in the background. Listen, I said, listen, Linda, listen. Okay, so look, I know y'all see the title, and the title is Why Haven't Your Prayers Been Answered? So I'm gonna wait till a few people come on in, chill. Come on in, chill. Y'all come on in. I'm gonna bless your life today. I'm gonna bless your entire life today. So come on in here. I hope all is well with everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day. I really do. I really do. Hey, Ms. Letha, how are you? How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm just gonna wait for some people to come on in because I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna give y'all something that a whole lot of people just don't know, right? And I want y'all to tell me too once y'all come on in here. Why haven't your prayers been answered? Hey, Dipple D, how are you? Yeah, I want y'all to tell me, why do y'all think that y'all prayer have not been answered? That's what I want to know from you all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you why your prayers have not been answered, and I'm going to tell you what you should do and what you're able to do to get every single solitary one of your prayers answered. Okay? So, like I said, I'm going to bless your life today. All right? And I hope y'all don't mind me taking my time with this because I want to break it down to you guys into syllables. Because when you go to certain places, like, and I'm not, listen, let me just make this disclaimer. I'm not great, yo. Yes, I'm doing good. I'm not the kind of person that knock religion. I'm not knocking nobody's religion or none of this kind of stuff. What I'm about to tell you have nothing to do with religion. It really don't. Although we have been lied to, let's just say on a huge level, we have really been lied to. And I'm going to tell you why that's so, and I'm going to explain to you. Come on in, Madeline. How are you doing, sweetheart? Hey, Kevin. What's up, D? Hello, Nesta. How you doing? I hope all is well with everyone. Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something. If you guys grew up like I did in a family wherein you would pray because you prayed for everything. We prayed for everything. We prayed over the food. We prayed to have be prosperous. We prayed when someone got sick for their health and strength. We just prayed on everything and for everything, and I'm sure many of you have too. Let me ask y'all something. Have you, even when I was a kid, I remember, when the Christmas came around, I used to pray like, "Oh, Santa Claus, oh, I hope Santa Claus bring me something." You pray to Santa Claus as a child. You start off with that because you taught prayer, and you just, oh, I want Santa Claus to buy me this or bring me this, right? And you even and the parents even giving us wish lists and stuff like that. We could write down what we want for the holidays and stuff, right? In hopes that we would get it. But we would pray too about it. Little kids praying. Have y'all ever prayed for stuff like Christmas gifts and stuff like that, and jobs, and that you get a job and all kinds of stuff, and your prayers was not answered? Now, with that being said, how did it make you feel when you were disappointed by your prayers not being answered? Did you kind of like say, hmm, well, I spoke to God and I asked God why He didn't answer me, but my friend down the street got the bicycle, or they got what they wanted and I didn't get it. I'm talking about a child's mind now. And then once you become an adult, you may go and you pray for a job, and you say, I'm gonna go for that job. I'm gonna get this job, and then you don't get the job. It's like, dang, I qualify. Why didn't I get the job? Okay, listen. Let me break some stuff down to you guys. And look, I did take notes, and the reason why I did is because I really don't want to miss the mechanics of this, right? I want y'all to really get the mechanics of praying and how you're supposed to pray. Because once that's locked into your mind, you will never go wrong and you will always get what you ask for or what you pray for. Okay, so let's go. Now, let me see everybody else coming in. Hey, Miss Chicago. Okay, so y'all still ain't telling me how y'all feel, but I know y'all feel terrible when you don't get what you want. You know, Everybody kind of grew up religious, and we all went to churches and all that kind of stuff, and we prayed, and we ain't get nothing. We ain't get all the things we wanted. And then my thing is, we know that the source or God is real, And we know he loves us and answers us and all this stuff. How come he didn't answer us? Now, when I tell you this, I want you guys to know this. You said break it down, Ms. Yokos. I'm gonna break it down for y'all today. Okay. But before I do, I want y'all to think about this. Okay, so what we've been taught is all wrong. I want y'all to think about this word. And let me tell you the word. And y'all, I'm gonna define this word for you all. You can look it up for yourself. All of that. Okay? The word is esoteric. It's ESOTERI. Esoteric, right? That's how we've been taught to pray, right? What does that word mean? Where did that word come from? That's right, Mr. Kimi. Thank you. Okay. Okay, the word is a Greek word. It came like back in the 17th century. And the word is esoteric. And what the word means is it means enter. And that's the ESO word, esoteric. Now, this is the other word that derived from that. These words are all alike, but one means to pray like an inner circle. It means inner circle. And the other one means inside, and that is exo, EXOTERIC. I'm gonna spell it again. EXOTERIC. Now, what this word means is outside, right? So we have been taught to pray outside ourselves. We have been taught to pray to the God in the sky, or the God that you believe in, or the statue if you believe in, bow down and before a statue. We've been taught to pray outside of ourselves. Well, I'm here to tell you that is 100% wrong. The power lies within you. Well, yo, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Were you trying to tell me there ain't no God? Or are you trying to tell me there's not a supreme being? You're trying to tell me there's not a most high spirit? Are you trying to tell me that? Listen, I'm not trying to tell you that. Move myself. Oh, there I go. I'm back. Sorry about that. It just started buffering, you guys. I don't know what happened. But you see what I'm saying? Listen. We're going to get right back to it. Okay, again. I'm not saying that there is not a God, and I'm not saying that it's not a higher power or most high. I'm not saying that there's not a creator. I'm saying that that energy, that God is inside of you, just like your mom and dad, your parents raised you and you were born as a child. You have their DNA. But we have been taught, going to churches and synagogues or wherever we pray at, even in your own home, we've been taught to go outside of ourselves to pray for what we want. So when we don't get it, it disappoints us. Why? Because even though you're going outside of yourself, what you're doing is you are basically wanting somebody else to do what you're capable of doing. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. I'm going to give y'all some biblical scriptures. Let me do that right now while I have them down. Well, you can write them down in your Bible, all of the Holy Writ. I don't care how many ways it's been twisted or flipped. All of it have these main principles of why you're supposed to pray on the inside. It's inside of you. Okay, here's one of them. Matthews, write it down, 19:26. Matthews, verse 19:26. It says, but Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. God is within. Okay, that's one of the scriptures. Here's another one. Ephesians chapter 2, verses 22. So it's 2:22. In whom you also are being built together for a dwelling place of God in the Spirit. You are the temple of God, not the church. God is in you. So, well, we've been taught to pray out to this thing, this daddy in the sky. not being disrespectful. I'm just saying, my Father lives within me. Your Father lives within you. He is our Father, which art in heaven. Where is heaven? This is your heaven. It's in your mind. Your heaven is in your mind. That's the top of your body. That's your crown. Y'all know babies have crowns. Your prayers have not been answered because you've been praying outward and your mind have not been right. Why? First of all, let me tell you something. You have to have a made up mind on what you want. Your mind cannot waver. You have to be one with yourself, with that spirit of God in you and your mind. You have to be on the same accord. In other words, you have to pray with your mind, body, and soul. And let me tell you that you all already know this. Why? Well, each and every one of y'all, the first thing you do when I say that it's time for y'all to say a prayer, what's the first thing you do? You close your eyes. Why do you close your eyes? You close your eyes because you're shutting out this reality, and you're going into the third dimension or dimension beyond you. That's why you subconsciously know to close your eyes. Who told you to close your eyes? That's the God in you. You're closing your eyes so you can connect to the inner you. Although we've been taught this out there, but no, we close our eyes automatically. We'll close our eyes to pray, right? Okay, now, let me tell you something else. First, everybody, thank y'all for coming in. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, Kevin. What's up, Agent Smith? Hey, Anesta. I hope I spoke to everybody. Okay, so now let's talk about this. Um, like we're going back to this job thing. No, before I go to the job, let's go back. Prayer is nonverbal. Okay, so let me tell you about we talked about the esoteric, the word. Okay, now what y'all have to understand is the universe is built up on it's the mental first, it's the physical second, and lastly is the spiritual. That is the three planes. That's where we are. Okay? So, with that being said, your mental can direct everything around you. Your mental is your reality. So if you think that you're going for a job and you put in your a job application and you're going for the job and everything, and they said you got the job, before you go, you're going to pray about it. You're going to be saying, Lord, give me this job. I really need this job. This job will help my life, blah, 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 blah. You're saying all of that, right? And then when you go in there and you get that paper and they tell you, listen, I'm sorry, thank you. You qualify, you overqualified for whatever reason. They tell you you do not have the job. Let me tell you what you just did. You went there praying and asking for something that was already yours. And you did it with your emotions in desperation. Most of the time, most people pray when they're desperate and their emotions all over the place. They can't concentrate on nothing. They just need prayer. They just need this money right now. They just need this job. Or you just got to heal this person because I love them so much. Or I want this. We do it in desperation. What does that do? That sends the signal out to the universe that that's where you are. And so what the universe does, what God does in his universal plane that we live in our reality, what he does is throw that frequency right back to you because we mirror each other. Why do we mirror each other? Because I am he and he is me. I am that I am. God is in me. So we're mirroring. He's mirroring, putting it back to you the way you gave it. Am I making any sense? See it before you seize it. You daggone right. You got to see it. But you also have to make sure that your whole core being is your emotions and everything is in a line. So you have to be in alignment with what you're saying in your mind. In other words, if you're going to be praying for something, you go into your secret closet. The Bible, that's more verses too to let you know that you go into your secret closet, which is in darkness, and you be still. You know the verse, be still and see the salvation of the Lord. Well, if you still and you want to meditate on something or you want to pray for something or be in alignment or be one with God, you have to be still. You can't have a lot of nigger noise around you. You can't dabble in a lot of niggle noise when you're on a mission to be focused on your mind being one with your creator, with your father. You have to be one. And if you're not aligned, none of your prayers are going to be answered. Not near one of them. Just so you know. I don't care how much you give the offering plate. I don't care how much you pay in your tithes. You can go to church every day, every Sunday, or whatever time you go to church. You can be up on your tithes and all of that. You can be on the digging board and the preacher board. But let me tell you, not near one of them going to get answered. Not if you don't be aligned with what you are seeking, and not if you don't go inside yourself, meaning simply be still. You don't have to be a master with words and stuff like that when you're praying. You don't have to open your mouth, because so as a man think, so is he. In other words, I can close my mouth now and think something, and I can be that. So can you. Think about the actors and actresses and that's in Hollywood and stuff, and how they can be somebody else, right? You know, they can just be somebody else. And speaking of just being, let's go back to that verse that I gave you. One of those verses that I gave you. In one of those verses, it was, which verse was that? It was, I just want to make sure I give it to you. I think this one is it. Oh, yeah, here it is. I forgot to give y'all this one. Psalms 46:10. It says, be still. And then it says, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will exalt in the earth. That means God is on this earth. You are God's on this earth because he's in you. That spirit is in you. And it says, be still. That's the top of that verse. Be still. And what's before still? Be. You have to just be. You don't have to have all these degrees and all of these um, theological degrees and all this stuff to be blessed and to make your mountains move and to bless yourself. You just have to be with the God in you. Simply still and be, and make sure that you're aligned. And this is another thing. I said, don't be desperate when you're wishing and hoping for something and wishing and all of that. You can't live like that. You can't be doing that, because it's sending mixed signals and mixed frequencies to the universe that you're trying to reach past the third plane. You're trying to reach above the plane. So you're going to be in a low vibrational frequency. And you're trying to be at the most high frequency. Not the lower vibration, not the animal state, but the very most high frequency. What is the most high frequency? It's the most high God frequency, the God-like frequency. This is what you're connecting with your mind when you are wanting something or you want any type of prayer answered. You connect with that, and you don't go out in space and you don't go nowhere. You just close your eyes, you be still in silence with no nigger noise around you at all. No noise. And be still and quiet. Why? Because the God in you will awaken, and it will talk to you, and it will walk with you. You understand? And it will grant you what your heart desires. So your heart will and your mind will align with one another. You understand? And you will get your prayers answered. And that is it. And that is all. So, in all these gurus and all these different people be coming in and they tell you, like I told y'all before, with these um, writing their affirmations, going in the mirror, studying and saying the words over and over. I am good. I am great. I'm good enough. I'm just. Well, of course you're good enough. Of course you're good enough. You understand? Because you're a child of God, the Most High. You just have to stay tapped into that, right? Okay. Now let me read some of your comments. Hold on, let me read you. It walks with me. Yes, it does. All of that, Agent Smith. It is. And see, and this is another reason why you guys are so distracted and they keep you so distracted. What keeps you distracted? Everything that tells you that this reality that you're living in is real, and that this reality that's controlled by everything and everybody other than you is real. And that's why the Bible always tell you to know thyself. That's the first thing that you're supposed to do, is know thyself. Why? Because you need to know that the power that dwells within you is real. Once you know that that godlike power, that godly power, the most high frequency lies within you, the world is yours. Why? Because the world is yours. It's yours. This is your inheritance. You understand? Why do you think that they took the spiritual world and mixed it in with the reality world? You know, you have people that leave their children inheritance. They do that. Y'all know that, don't you? They give them wills and they leave them an inheritance. You see, where did they get that from? See, and my people, didn't have it like that. Only thing they could leave you was the knowledge that they learned and how to maneuver through this world. You understand? And see, that's more powerful than that money. Because see, with the knowledge that I'm giving you that came from my ancestors that I know and I'm giving you, I'm always be rich. And what I mean by rich, do you mean all these zeros in your bank account and all this stuff like that? No. I'm meaning that I will be prosperous in any and everything that I do. Why? Because my mind is aligned with me, with I have the oneness. I can call on the oneness, on the most high spirit, the most high God, anytime I want to, right? Money run out. Just don't. Just don't. You'll never be broke. You understand? Think about this. God, or the most high character, the most, whatever y'all want to call it, your inheritance is inside of you. This world is yours. You see apple trees. They got apple trees around. They're scarce now, but when I was a little girl, they was on every corner. They were everywhere. We had them in our backyard. We had the grapevine. We had all kinds of food around us. It was like a fruit forest. We be playing and stuff. We had peach trees and stuff. Everybody in the block had it, even on the next block, even when we ran to our friend's house. We could go and play. We never had to go inside and get nothing to eat. All we had to do was pick fruit off the tree and just wipe it on our shelf and just eat it, right? Want to drink something? Get from the water hose and drink it out the water hose. We ain't have to go in the house. Well, isn't this a beautiful thing? If you can get take an apple or a fruit off the tree and it has a seed in it, you know, the most high current, the most high frequency, the most high God gave me and you ain't even in survival mode. You ain't never really been hungry because if you was, you'd have been thought about it. What gave me the knowledge to know that if I take that apple off that tree and I bite that apple and I go all the way down to the core of that apple, it got seeds in it. I know how to take them seeds out that apple, out that one apple that I'm eating. It got 4 or 5 seeds in there. Most of the time it's four. I know that I can take that and put it in the ground and wait 3 years and another apple tree will form. The world is yours. You just got to know and be still enough for the God in you to tell you how to use this world for you to live. I didn't have to pay nobody for that apple. You understand? So I'm thinking y'all understand what I'm saying. Am I losing in the battle? Let me just see if y'all here with me because I know I'm talking. I know I'm talking. But that's what's in the thing. And I was telling y'all before too. Some of y'all, like I got videos where you go to the grocery store and all that stuff. The same way I told you as a little girl, I can pull it off the tree and get and plant a fruit. You can do the same thing with these apples in the store, these oranges, these lemons, these grapes, all the fruit that you see in there, tomatoes, cucumbers, everything that you go to the grocery store on every Friday or whenever you make your groceries, you can take the same groceries and put them in your backyard and grow them. You might say, well, yo, I don't have a backyard. Well, you got a balcony. Oh, and I don't have a balcony. Well, you got the inside of your house. Why you can't make one room for just growing your food? Oh, you can make room for what you want and what you need. I bet you it was a pair of shoes that you like, you put it in the house. But when them shoes wear out, you don't have nothing. See? So my thing is, you wouldn't have to do a whole lot of praying for stuff if you use your God-given mind. I mean, if you really took time and be still with yourself, because I'm telling you, it speaks to you. That power speaks to you and it's within you. And y'all also know that I always tell y'all that y'all have the power to make it a great day. Let me explain. Sometimes when it rains, you got people saying, "Oh Lord, it's gonna be a terrible day. It's raining outside. Oh my God, I wish the sun would shine. It's raining. It's gonna be a bad day." And you got to go to work. I got to go all through all this rain to get to work. I got to go. You're just complaining because you got to go. Don't you know you just ruined your whole entire day? Why? The frequency that you put out, your emotions feeling like that, and the frequency or vibration that your body is on, calibrated with the universe, has just put that out for you. So when you go to work, you're gonna see everything gonna be going downhill, going downhill. You might have to do extra work. You might have to stay late unexpectedly. Somebody might call you because something happened. Why? You did that to yourself. Your mind believed it, and you said it, and which confirmed it. Do you see? The same way that works, it works in reverse with prayer or meditation, and saying what you want in your mind and having your mind on agreement on one accord. See? You get it? Okay. Let me see what you're saying. And if grocery stores were available, we would become more aligned with nature and more resourceful. So true, Miss Akimi. See? But we're not thinking like that. What we're doing is being really wasteful, and we're taking that stuff and we're throwing it away. But I'm telling you, every piece of food that you eat, you can recycle that in so many ways where you can eat more. Because even if you were a person that took the apple and took the peeling off the apple, you can put that in the garden. In the garden, that could be fertilizer, right? You can put it in compost. Or you've got chickens, you can feed it to the chickens. See, you're going to eat the bird, you're eating the apple. Listen, there is no reason why we're not prosperous. The only reason why we're not is because we've been lied to. We have been taught to look outside of ourselves for resources to help us live in this world when we have the God in us. We've been tricked to think that we have to pray outward. We have to pray this thing in the sky. We gotta do all of that. We simply been lied to. Period. Right? Period. Okay? And I told y'all in the last live stream, all the prophets that was in the Bible, they always was rich. All of them had money. They had no complaints about not having no money. Now, it was never a broke prophet in this Bible. None that I know of. Read all of them. There's none that was broke. Why? Because they went to the mountaintop. See? Okay? And I told y'all about Moses. He went and he saw the burning bush. The burning bush. That's that light, that pineal gland, that light went off in his head. That light, he got a chance to communicate with God. That's when he saw God. It told you that. See? Now, there are truths in some of the holy scripts, holy Bibles, holy, writings and things. There are some truths in there, right? You just have to know how to interpret it, and you just have to know, well, anyway, to eat the fish and throw away the bone, right? Because those, some of those things came from a long, 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 long time ago. And the Catholic Church got all of it, you know. But we ain't gonna go too deep on that because I'm monetizing. If I want, I would break that down a little bit more too. But hey, I ain't no fool. But I'm just telling y'all to open your eyes. All of them. You understand? Go with inside yourself and it will open anyway. Right? But you have to be on one accord. Now let me see, make sure I don't miss nothing because I think it was one thing else I want to say. Okay, here's another thing. Okay, so listen. All you really have to do in order to manifest what you want in this world, to make what you want in this world your reality, is to make sure that you tweak your emotions a little bit to align with your mind. So you tweak your emotions, not being desperate for what you're asking for or what you need, right? And even if you didn't, if it was like, say, okay, it's like this. Say you want $25 and you desperate for the $25. And then you go and you sit still and you close your eyes because you're going inside of you, you're going inside of your mind, and you're telling your mind, you're saying to your mind, I want $25. I want this, I need $25. It's not gonna work, right? But if you go inside your mind and you try to just be quiet, don't say nothing, because the heart knows what you need. The spirit knows what you need, and you don't ask for nothing. It's already, they already know. But see, if you're a desperate person and you need $25 because you can't make it to work next week for a couple of days for the gas, then you're gonna be like, oh, and then it's gonna go to your mouth. I need that $25. You know what I'm saying? You can put a number on it. See? You get what I'm saying? Okay. So, but you just need to tweak your emotions. Go in calm, relaxed, quiet, nobody around, not emotional for something happened earlier. You was on the phone, somebody was cussing somebody out and all that. No, get rid of all of that. And just close your eyes and sit still. And another thing, there's gonna be another tip. Sit still, but first rub your hands together like this. Because what you're going to be doing right here is you're going to be stimulating your palms. The palms have energy in it too. Your whole body is energy, right? But you're going to send out a frequency that's going to bless your life. So you rub your hands together because it stimulates this frequency that you're trying to encounter. It goes all the way down to the fingers when you do that, right? And think about this. Imagine when you go to church and how have you noticed how the preacher can lay hands on people and sometimes they fall out? We know some of them are faking, but it can be true that they can do that, right? Because they know how to manipulate the spirit. They know how to do it, right? It can be done. So that energy, these palms in the center of your palm have that energy, right? That you want to send out and upward. Although you're going in, you want to send this out, the frequency out. So you're rubbing your palms and stuff together like this. And once you get your palms together and they feel sort of warm, then you're in your closet, or when I say closet, it's in a private room or a space in your house that you're comfortable with. You turn your palms up and you set your hands on your lap and you just sit still and you tilt your face a little upward, right? And most of the time they have like directions, north, east, south, west, right? Wherever the sun is facing, that's the way you want to face, right? When the sun go down, then you face the other way, okay? But I'm telling you, and even if you don't do that, because y'all don't know, you don't know, and even if you don't do that, as long as you are sitting still and your palms are up and you're not emotional and you're not desperate for what you're asking for or what you want to receive, and you sit still and you be absolutely quiet and silent, and your heart and your mind is going to line, and you're going to get confirmation that when it's time to move or get up from that, you're going to know that that's enough, and that that you've received what you need to receive, and don't think no more about it and go about your day. I'm telling you, you have the power to make it a great day. I'm telling you that you have the power to make it a great life, a good life. You have that same power to ward off your enemies, right? See, so y'all know, y'all don't see me indulging in here on ignorant shit because I understand how I don't say this before. I don't know if y'all heard me, but I don't say it before. It's because I know myself. I know I'm not going to waste my energy. I'm not going to send out terrible frequencies or bad frequencies so that I can't block. I'm not going to block my blessing messing with you niggas. I That's as simple as that. And when y'all do that, y'all block y'all blessings and don't even know it. Because again, the universe, the most high frequency mirrors you, your emotions, and the frequencies that you're and vibrations that you're sending out. So if you angry and upset, it's gonna come right back to you. You see? So I hope I explained that to you where y'all understand it. Your thoughts, I'm going to send energy to you to you and everybody. Thank you. As long as it's the energy that I want to receive and that's peaceful and yeah, and bless it. And I appreciate that. Another thing, I'm glad you said that, Agent Smith, which brings me back to this. Um, everybody can't pray for you. Everybody can't pray for you, y'all. Did you know that? So be careful when you tell other people to pray for you. Why? Because just like you can pray negative stuff on other people, you can send that energy out to other people too. You have to be careful if you don't know what you're doing because it can backfire and come back to you. They will say karma, or what goes around comes around. So you have to really be careful when you pray for somebody else, okay? Y'all have to be aligned on one accord. And let me tell you this again. I think I told y'all the story before, and I'm gonna tell you how well prayer works. This was many years ago. It was my mother, my sister, and myself. We were at my sister's apartment at the time. And my mom and dad, they would want to move from one house to another house. And my husband and I, we wanted a house too. I just came from overseas, not too long, came from overseas in Germany. I was there with him when he was in the service and we was coming out. We've been everywhere, but it was time to come home. So in the meantime, I'm like, well, I want the house, I want my house, I want my house. But not, and it's another story where I'm on here where I told you that my husband, he irritated me because we had to move with his mom when we came home. First, she wanted us to stay there, and I felt like to me he was comfortable, and I was like, look, I'm ready to go. I want my own, right? We always had our own. What we doing, right? So I was a little irritated by that, which made me and my sister and my mom and all of us get together at my sister's house. We sit in my sister's living room, and we got the coffee table in the middle of the living room. And we decided, the three of us, and my mama is still living to this day, and she can tell you this story to be true, and my sister too. We said, we're going to get us a house. And what we do, we got up and we marched around the coffee table. We kept marching around the coffee table. We're not speaking. We're not clapping hands. We're not doing anything. What we're doing is going inside ourselves. You don't have to be still. I'm talking about like you can move and still, you got to be good at it though, but you can still do it. You can still call on what you want. And I'm telling you, and then once we did that, what was the next thing we did? We got us real estate agent, all three of us. Look, here I am getting a real estate agent, not knowing that my husband 2 weeks later, he takes me in the car and said, "Let's go, babe, let's go." And I'm like, "Where we going?" Mind you, I was at my mother-in-law house with him where he lived at, or where he was raised at and everything, right? When we came from Germany. He takes me around and we go driving. Next thing I know, we going through an alley. Now, they didn't know what we did. We goes through this alley and I'm like, where in the world? It was a real nice neighborhood. I'm like, well, this is really nice, but I ain't know where we were going. And he said, "Come on, let's go." I said, "Where we going?" Got in the car. We pulled up to a house, a beautiful brick house, right? And I was like, "This is really cute. Oh, that's a cute house. Who house is this?" He said, "Come on, I'm gonna show you." I said, "I don't know who." Here I am. Okay, big. You know how you don't know. He took the key out and he opened the door to that house. It had blinds and stuff in it and everything, but the whole house was empty and it was for sale with no for sale signs on it. He was getting ready to purchase that house and we had to meet with the real estate person that he chose. And this ain't the one that I chose. I didn't give a damn who chose what. And let me tell you something. We moved in that same house. But let me tell you another thing about that. I wasn't working at the time. I just came back from Germany. My husband wasn't working at that time. We just came home from being abroad. You see what I'm saying? And that you think that's something. Then my mom and my father, they moved from the house that they wanted to downsize. That was the house that we was in when we were children. So they wanted a bungalow. My mom and dad was getting older and they wanted to downsize their house. And then so my mom, the real estate person told her to come and look at this house. My dad went with her. And my dad was telling my mama, "Oh, well, we can't afford that. We ain't got enough money for the down payment." He was doing all this like this lip service. And my mama said she told him, "I don't care what you say. We are getting this." And guess what? They moved in that house, right? Now, let's tell you about my sister. She was looking and looking, and the real estate person kept giving her houses, and she kept saying, "I don't want that house. I don't like that one. I need another bedroom. I don't want that." She didn't like it. So guess what she decided to do? She called this place called it's Ryan Homes. This is a big company. And I don't know if y'all have it in y'all where y'all live at, but she called Ryan Home and she got her house, her and her husband got her house built from the ground. And I'm telling you, I'm not telling you it took a week. I'm not telling you it took 2 weeks. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you that was like, just like that. And see, that's only one thing that I'm telling y'all about. But I have many stories like this. You understand? And that's why I keep telling y'all, I'm no better than you all. I just know who I am and I know that I have the power and I know that you do too. Why? Because the Most High is our Father. You understand? Which are in heaven. Okay? All right. That's what I'm gonna wrap y'all up on that one. Okay? Anybody want to say anything? Yeah, I tell you what, I can drop the link and see if y'all want to say anything to me because I don't know when I'm gonna come back in, but I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all don't be fooled. Don't ever go nowhere in desperation and pray in desperation. I want to wrap it up like this. Don't ever pray in desperation. If you know you want something, and if you want something in advance, Go ahead and advance and go ahead when you're not desperate or when you're not anxious and when you just at your wits end where your emotions all over the place. Excuse me. Just go ahead and start it asking for what you want or putting in place what you want. And another thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you want if you want to and see, here's another way to get your house that you want or your apartment that you want. You can go inside your mind and you can just be quiet, but you can also envision the place that you want and you can walk all the way through it. I mean, you can walk through it in your mind. When you first come in your door, just imagine you pulling up into your driveway and you first putting your key in the door and you open it just like a story. And you open the door, you know the color of the walls, you know the fixtures on the doorknobs, you know whether it's silver or whether it's gold. You see the light switch, you know what side is on. You see the carpet. You see every room in your house. Even when you go into the kitchen of your house, you can see the dishes, you can see the canisters, you can see everything. Listen, you can make that your reality. You understand? Because it starts in your mind first. And when you're doing that, imagine how you feeling when you're walking into your brand new house that you don't have yet. Imagine how you feeling. Imagine that feeling. Did you get that feeling? When you do that, that's your emotions. That's that emotion, and you want that emotion, that good feeling of that emotion, because that's going to help with the frequency and the vibration to make it come into your reality. I hope you guys understand that. I hope you understand what I explained to you. I love these type of stories, yo. Yeah, well, Astrid, because you dropped plenty of wisdom. Thank you so much, Deborah D. Y'all know I told y'all the story about how I got my boy and my daughter. I told you, especially that boy, when I told God, the Most High frequency, what I wanted, and I wanted the boy first, and then I want a girl, and I went to the doctor and thought I had to get artificially inseminated because that was the plan that my husband and I was going to do. Because I was like, why I ain't pregnant? We've been doing it all. We've been doing it for 10 years. We've been married. You ain't taking no birth. All of that stuff. And when I went to the doctor, I told you, and my doctor that delivered my son and my daughter is the same doctor. She's a female. She's living to this day, and she will tell you the truth. She would tell you that. You see, I was pregnant and didn't even know it. Got me up on that table. It was going to try to artificially inseminate me, but before they did, they took my urine, take a urine test. You got your back out, your ass out, and all that. And you sitting there waiting in the cold room. I'm thinking, what they going to hurry up and do? I was already nervous. And they told me, put your clothes back on and come on in the office because we got to talk to you. My husband was in that doctor's office and in her office, and I'm like, what the hell? So I'm scared to death. And he looking at me like all crazy because he don't know what's going on. And that doctor told me to sit down. I sat down. We holding hands and shit. My palms all sweaty because I'm like, damn, what's wrong? I ain't gonna be able to get artificially inseminated. I ain't gonna be able to get me my baby. I ain't gonna be able to have no children. What's she gonna tell me? She said, we can't do this procedure today. I was like, why not? I wanted to cry because I really wanted my babies. I love my babies. And she said, because you're already pregnant. Lord, I was like, I just bawled. I started crying. But I'm telling y'all, and I'm telling y'all this too. Just a couple of days before that, I challenged the Most High. I said to him, to the Spirit, I said, you did it for in the Bible. You see, here I go. In the Bible, you did it for Sarah. You did it for her. You did it for that lady. She was old, and you my father too. Why not do it for me? Why haven't I had nothing? You know why? I did all of that in my mind only 2 nights before, and when I go to the doctor, that happened. I'm just trying to tell you. And then when I was on the table after I had my boy out of me, I told I told I told the most I said, I'm not gonna take any contraceptives. And I did not. After I had my son, I didn't take no birth control pills, no nothing. And I said, I had another talk. I had another talk. I want my children to be 4 years apart. And I wanted to be a girl. What do I have? I have a son and I have a daughter. They are 4 years apart. I'm trying to tell you the power y'all have, but hey, anyway, I'm gonna he said, thank the Lord, right? Yeah, I'm telling you that, and they were all healthy. And my daughter was 8 pounds. She was an 8 pounder. I'm trying to tell you. So yeah. But anyway, so listen, I want to drop the link just to see if anybody want to say anything. If you don't, That's cool too, because I know it's Sunday. You guys have to get ready for tomorrow, which is Monday. But let me tell y'all something. That's cool too. But don't go to work being begrudging the work, because you ain't got to be there always. You're not going to be there always. And it depends on how you use this, whether you be there always. That's another story too. I told myself that I was going to be retired at 55, and I did. You can do what you listen. Oh man, anyway, I can go on and on about this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite and I'm going to drop the link briefly and see if anybody want to say anything, okay? And then, yeah, okay, I said I did copy. All right, hang on one second. I'm gonna put it in here, y'all, in case y'all want to say anything, you know, because I'm sure y'all have had experiences like I've had and don't even know uh what it was or how that happened. Okay, so I just dropped the link in case anybody want to say anything. And if not, like you said, I'm gonna be dipping out and let y'all go about y'all day, okay, or y'all afternoon. Hey, Samaya, how you doing? I see you popped in. Honey, you gonna definitely have to watch the live stream. I mean, you gonna have to watch the replay is what I'm saying. Because I said a lot. Yeah, I appreciate everybody being here. Did I do that right? I don't even see. Oh yeah, I see the link. Okay, y'all. So I'm assuming nobody wants to come up, and that's all good. That's all good. Yeah, but watch it from the beginning, everybody. And every time I'm gonna tell y'all this again, and I'm never gonna stop telling y'all, you have the power to make it a great day. You are in control of your life. You are. So fear not. Don't worry about what's going on in the world. Don't worry about it. That's going on in this world. It's not going on in your world. Where's your world? What's going on is their reality. It's not your reality. So don't make it your reality, right? Okay? Again. Oh, you say give it a second, sis? Okay, I'm gonna give it a second. Okay, I'll drop the link again. I'll give it a second. Missy Kimi telling me, she telling me not to go. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna do it. Let me just copy the link again. All right. Y'all a trip. And like I said, I don't know. I never know when I'm gonna be able to come up on here, y'all. Control V. But I don't want to here we go. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get used to coming on more, but I be doing so daggone much, y'all. I be doing a lot of stuff in the daytime. And I know y'all be busy too. Okay. Okay, I dropped it again. Okay. Hey, the word, how you doing? Miss Yostor, if you can give me a minute, I gotta get my head out. Oh yeah, I sure will. Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay, take your time. It's cool. Yeah. And I know some people might say, well, dang, that was kind of like you know, but I'm not taking away from religion. I'm not taking away from nothing. But I'm gonna tell y'all, y'all need to start looking up some of these words. I think I told y'all before, but spiritual, like that spiritual stuff. These spiritual people, that's like a persona. They want you to they perceive to be something, and that's what spirituality is. Sort of like a persona, people perceiving to be that something. And y'all know that if you go to like a preacher and they tell you something, or a pastor or whatever like that, whatever y'all call them in the church, and they tell you something, you're gonna believe that word to be true. Why? Because they co-signed it. So in your mind, you're gonna believe what they're saying. See, so you're gonna have to know the most high frequency, the most high God for yourself, right? For yourself. And think about this. I was talking to my mother today. I said, even when you go to a doctor, even though you have all these degrees and stuff like that, you first got to tell them your symptoms. So who know more about what's wrong with you than you? Anyway, hey, Mr. Keeman, I see you there. Let's see if I got you up. Is it coming? Oh, what's going on? I see remove, but I can add you. Where you at? Oh, here you go. It said audio is in the live stream. Well, I don't see you, Mr. Keeman, but I'm putting the ad. Why you not up here? You might have to come down and come back up. Because I can see you in the backstage. Let me do it again. I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know what's going on, Mr. Keeman. Why you can't come up and I can see you back there? Okay, let me see. I see the word. I'm just saying that. Okay, I see you the word. I can see you. Oh, let me see. That's muted. Hold on. Okay, I'm adding you to the stage. Why are you not popping up? It's hold on. It said 2 users are in the stream with audio only, and I wonder why. Why y'all don't have y'all cameras on? Oh, heck with somebody. Okay. Hey, the word. I see you.
How you doing, Miss Your Thoughts? I
I'm doing.
apologize for
How are
that.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just a little under the weather, so I might look crazy. But
You under the weather?
yeah, I got a little virus going on. But
Uh-oh. I'm sorry to hear that.
oh, I'm getting it up out me. I got my dandelion root and my burdock root. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
getting
but
these
you know what to
herbs
do
in.
then.
Oh
It
yeah,
sounds like you know what to do. Okay.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Don't get your
yeah.
little sea moss and your milk fizzle.
Oh yeah. I got some sea moss too. I got that, but
Okay.
my homeboy will drop it off to me later. You know, you got to stay up on them herbs, and they ain't cheap, but
That's all
necessary.
right. Well, they may not be cheap, but one thing that's expensive is you having to go to the doctor and pay them hospital bills. So you gotta think about that too, you know?
Yeah, definitely. But
Yeah. So what's on your mind, baby?
man, I've been watching you for about a year now, a little bit more than that.
Oh
And
yeah?
yeah, I started doing content like 2 years ago, but I just wanted to introduce myself so one day maybe I can come up and do a build with you because I like how you incorporate everything, how you
Oh,
can
thank you.
use, you know, spirituality and you can explain religion with it. And that's sort of kind of what I do. I use psychology and spirituality, metaphysics is all divinely connected. It's
Yes,
all,
it is.
you know, the
Yes,
Creator gave us many tools to explain our experiences, and it's just us to decipher them. But,
that's
um,
right.
but yeah, I love what you're doing over here. I'm gonna come out the bushes more. It's just I
Yeah,
don't
that'll be
really,
cool. Yeah, get out the bushes. But you know, that's I understand that because sometimes I be in other people's bushes, but my bushes are not those green ones. I'm in the rose bushes when I'm back there because I like to smell nice stuff, you know, like incense. So I be in the rose bush. I be in the
yeah,
rose bushes. Yeah.
yeah.
But you know, that's pretty cool.
I've been watching you and Miss Hakimi. I just recently got hip to Miss Hakimi, and a
Yeah,
lot of the
yeah,
conversations y'all be having is I've been trying to have them, especially like the disconnection between the generations, the youth and the older generation.
yeah,
Um, and hopefully I can get y'all two on and we can have that discussion and see what I'm all about solutions. I don't even like talking about
yeah,
things unless we're trying to solve them. But and
yeah,
a lot of our elders need to be heard because y'all are the group that guide us into the future, and then we gotta guide the people under us. So I'm trying to
yeah,
be that bridge in between both because I'm
yeah.
right there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Well,
I
we can
just
learn
really
from each
want
other. We can learn from each
exactly,
other. Yeah, you can always
exactly,
learn something. Yeah, that would be a
exactly.
beautiful thing. And maybe we can arrange to do that. And I'm really happy that you came up and wanted to share that with us. And I don't understand why I can't get. I see Mr. Kimi in the back. You see what I'm saying? And I
Can
don't know
She
you
why.
might. Does she
Huh?
got her
can
camera
you
on?
hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I've tried to leave and come back 3 times and it won't let me add the video for some reason, but I'm okay with the audio because I'm kind of like whipping up dinner and running around.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes. Good. That's good, Mr.
the
Kimi.
audio is the most important.
Yeah, well, meet the word. He's up here, and he was talking about you too. He said he's been watching peeping from the bushes, and he's coming out the bushes a little bit more often. He says,
Well, greetings and amen. We
"Yeah,
appreciate you definitely, and thank you for hitting the link because we need more people. You know, when you come to certain platforms or when
hmm
there's certain topics that are involved,
yeah,
there are certain people that or a certain audience of people that don't mind hitting the link, but
yeah,
these topics and these ideologies they affect our everyday lives for generations to come if
yeah,
we have the right information. And I am
hmm
so personally, and I'm not gonna keep this long because I didn't mean to come up and interrupt, but I've never like hit a panel and not been able to actually come up on the panel. But the
that's
fact that you're
weird."
here, yeah, that is different. But I
Like,
will say this, sis, and it is
yes,
not just because you Laverne and I'm Shirley, but you make your thoughts first. And this
yes,
has been super among all of your other lives. All of them have a sense of power because information, you have the courage and the wisdom and the obedience to come through and to, even though everybody will not receive what you have to say. Those that are meant to hear will absolutely hear. And I'm
Thank
one
you.
of them. I'm one of
Thank
them.
you.
You know, the fact that we speak on a regular basis,
Yes.
it just registered today and it hit me a different type of way. And I'm super excited on the
Good. Good. I'm
website.
happy.
And you opened up, you helped to elevate and further open up my third eye. And for that, I will always be grateful. I
Mwah.
appreciate
Good. Thank you so much. Listen, a lot of times, I have a whole lot of thoughts, your thoughts, right? And I always wrestle with how I'm going to speak to the people about it because some of the stuff may seem foreign, but at the same time, it's real life. And I'll be trying to figure out how I can relate with what I have to the people or what I've been taught to the people. You see what I'm saying? And
yes.
I'm glad that I could help somebody. It used to be an old spiritual song that said, "If I can help somebody, then my living won't be in vain." Have you ever heard
Amen.
that old
Yeah.
song?
Amen.
You heard
And
that though?
even though they're not typing in the chat, you got people from the bushes and on the replays that they may never come and reveal to you how effective your message or how deep it resonates with them. But know that if as long as you are doing what the spirit tells you to
Oh
do
yeah,
and
listen.
you feel released and relieved after the
Mm-hmm.
fact, then
Yes,
you
yeah.
reached who you were supposed to reach.
Yeah, I do understand that. And see, the only reason why I do it, I'm when I come out here and I say something, if I'm talking about something deep, oh, I already know somebody heard it, and I already know it's for somebody because I was told to do it. You did? So I already
Hmm.
know that. And they don't. And here's another thing about me. I appreciate you all saying that you get something from what I'm saying. That's really nice to hear, right? But nevertheless, if you didn't say a word, I would know that. You
Amen.
see?
Amen.
Because we are on the same we're on the same vibrational frequency.
Yes.
See? So I already know because what I put out, I mirror back. So I already know whether you said it or not, but I appreciate you saying it though, right?
Well, the main reason I'm saying it is because I know you know. I know
Yeah,
you know.
I know,
But I
right? Yeah.
want to provide reassurance and
Okay.
confirmation for
Yes.
those that is new to your information, new to your channel, new to your
Yes.
vibration. And
Yeah.
they may be new to the vibration that you are at just in general, but to
Yes.
know and to feel reassured that
Mhm.
somebody else outside of you getting it just because you know, and for somebody else to say, you know what, that impacted me, that influenced
Yeah.
me, that opened
Right.
my
I understand.
eyes, that enlightened my vision, that
Hmm.
is helping me to unlearn and relearn certain
Yeah.
things that I've been indoctrinated with. And I'm honest enough and transparent enough to say that. And
Thank you so
so that's
much.
who it's for.
Thank you so much, Mr. Keem. I appreciate those words. And thank you, ACX. He has on here, well, I'm hooked on Miss Yo's wisdom. Hey, CX, that's sweet. Hey, Styles by Hustle, thanks for coming in. Oh, and the word, I want to say this to you. Like, I'm sure you probably already know, but I know you said that you was under the weather. But if you could just refrain from having any type of dairy products or anything like that, any eggs, milk, cheeses, or anything like that, or puddings or any type of creams or something like that, gravies and things like that. Stay away from them for at least 3 days, and you're gonna be okay. And continue to take your herbs and make sure you throw in some milk fizzle along with that. This is not medical advice. This is a homemade. It's just your thoughts. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
All
I
right,
know
baby.
agree with you.
fasting works for me.
I, I
Fasting
definitely,
works for me along with the herbs as well. But I'm gonna go
Yeah.
on.
and that's
What
what
did you
I'm doing.
say? What,
I've been fasting for 2 days now, and you know
okay.
that the dairy products hold that mucus in it. So when
Yes.
I do, I drink alkaline water, and I
Yes.
might use
Good.
lemon
Good.
instead of lime. So I got to get the more alkaline I make my body, the more that
Yeah.
mucus
Flush it
I get
out.
out. Yeah,
That's
that
right.
mucus. Ain't nothing
Yeah,
live in
baby.
an alkaline environment. It's that
That's right.
mucus that encapsulate all that stuff, and our white blood
Hmm.
cells can't. Yeah, see, we gonna have fun because
We'll
I
have a
got a
whole
lot
lot
of
of
mis
fun.
yeah, I got a lot of information, Miss Jennifer. I'm young, but I've been practicing and studying. I was trying to
Good.
find my way. I was a knucklehead when I was young, so I went
Yeah,
through a
that's all
lot
right.
of different doctrines to trying to
Yeah.
find myself. And
Well, when
through
you
those
know better, you
processes,
do better. And that's what you're
yeah,
doing. So kudos to you. You see what I'm saying? When you know
yeah,
better, you do better, baby. And when you come off of that, when you come off your fast, don't stay there too long though. When you because you're gonna need to build it up, because the seasons are changing. So don't stay in the fast too long. When you come off of that, make sure you drink you get you some beets too, so it can build your iron, your blood, get your blood back together. The blood cells right. Okay. Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Don't
No,
forget to do that. But
I
yeah.
will.
Okay, baby.
I appreciate you. I'll be like I said, I'll be in the chat more. I'll be y'all will
Okay.
see me more. Appreciate
Well,
you.
thank you. Thank you so
No
much. Keep
problem.
listening. I appreciate you coming up.
I appreciate you letting me up. You
Get
have a good
better.
one, Mr. King. I will. I promise.
Okay. Peace,
Likewise.
brother.
Thank
Peace.
you. Thank you. Nice meeting
That
you.
was so sweet. That was so sweet. What a Mr. Kimi. That was sweet.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
y'all.
And I'm gonna drop down, sis, because you
Okay.
spitting and I don't want to interrupt none of that. I just wanted to come up and just give my little 1.5 cent. But I love y'all.
Well, I
Peace.
appreciate that 1.5 cent, Mr. Keeper. I really do. That meant a lot to me. That was really sweet of you. Listen, I'm not gonna stay on here long though. I'm gonna get up out here so everybody can enjoy their evening, and they can kick back and get ready for the week and know that this week is gonna be a great week because they got the power to make it that. So you create your reality. It's just that simple, right? So look, thanks everybody for coming. I'm sorry I didn't speak to everybody blow by blow, name by name, but just know that I love y'all and I appreciate y'all stopping through. And for those that's watching the replay, um, yeah, take some notes. Take some notes. Okay, everybody, be blessed and have a great night. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace, everybody. Thanks again for coming. I'm gone. I'm gonna spend some time with the family, snuggle up with the pooches for a little bit. Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody. Good vibrations. Good vibes. Good vibes only.